How important is it to you to set your kids up for success in life? Welcome to the Strong for Life podcast. This is Coach Josh Wood. I'm down here in Hobart, Tasmania. We're a little late today. It's 7 minutes past 10 on Tuesday, the 12th. And that's okay. Had a little bit of technical difficulties getting everything up and streaming. But that's all right. If you are catching this live, welcome. Good to see you again. If you're catching the podcast, you can find it on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. And if you are, please remember to like, rate, review, add questions, share with your friends and family. All of that really helps keep this project going. And if you're new here, welcome. This is the Strong for Life podcast, a podcast for busy parents and professionals. That's all about just giving you things to think about, useful concepts in a short amount of time. We're trying to keep every episode under 20 minutes. That is the goal. We're working on it. So far, so good. Let's get into announcements. So we just finished our 7-day challenge in the Become Strong for Life Facebook group, which you're all welcome to join in. We have challenges regularly. We'll be doing our next challenge not too long, probably next month, where we often have 7-day challenges in which everyone gets to participate, and everyone who participates across the week is eligible to win a prize for their participation. So that's always fun. We had a great turnout. But in slightly bigger news, I will be speaking at TEDx Hobart in May. I'm going to be giving a TED Talk on how to eat like an adult in 6 steps. People love steps, and it makes things more actionable. So we're going to be digging into that. If you haven't read the Eat Like an Adult guide, shoot me a message and I can send you a copy of that. Otherwise, you can find it on the website, strongforlife.online. But that's going to be good. That's going to be a great event. It's a full day event here in Hobart. There's 10 speakers, 2 performers. There's a lot of different topics. It's very much not all health and fitness. I think I'm the only health-based talk. But the focus is on the ripple effect. And my talk about how to eat like an adult is pivoting around the idea that what we do as members of our community and what we do as parents will be reflected in those that look up to us and those around us. If you are doing something that is getting a beneficial result, people will see that and they will want to mimic that. They will want the good things too. And how we navigate food and nutrition, how we eat, is a really big part of that. So that's going to be the focus of my talk. That's on May 11th. So if you're interested, you can grab tickets from the TEDx Hobart website. Hopefully I'll see a few of you there. I think that's it for announcements. Let's dig into this. So my initial question was, how important is it to you to set your kids up for success? And I'm not talking about financial success. I'm talking about health success. How are you setting them up for longevity and quality of life? Basically, if you don't have your fitness, if you are struggling to get up and down the stairs, if you're having a hard time lifting up your children or carrying in the groceries, your kids probably will too, because they're going to mimic you. Whatever they see you do, they are going to see as an acceptable thing to do, which means you probably have to do better. Not for you, but for them, depending on how well you want to set your kids up for success. We as parents have a responsibility. And as they say, health is wealth. If you can set your kids up financially, great. That's going to be really very useful to them. But at the same time, if they have no sense of how to look after their body, how to look after their health, and how to keep going for as long as possible, that's going to cause some struggles. So as parents, we have to say yes to things. Yes to nutritious food. We have to say yes to strength. Seeing strength as an ideal. Are you capable? Are you showing that your children that they should be capable too? And on that journey, we need to be including our children. We need to be having them join in on things like food preparation, cooking. Useful skill. One of the best skills. And we need to include our kids in the food preparation process. We need to include our kids in any sort of fitness routine that we do. Not all the time. I don't want my kids climbing on me when I'm in the gym all the time. But they see it as a normal thing. Both my kids, 4 months and 3.5 years old, go to the gym with their mother. They come and train with me. This is part of their life. They enjoy it. They come around. Well, not the 4-month-old. He can't say anything. But my older son, he'll come around and come down to the office and say, hey, can I hang on the rings? Can I play on the rings? Can I do some exercises? Can I use the bike? Because I got a little peddler thing under my desk. Because it's fun. Because movement's fun. And it's necessary. And if they can see the joy and the fun in it, that's going to make it part of their life for longer. So saying yes to those things. I was just speaking to a client this morning on our group coaching call, and we've been really focusing on food because she's got an injury. Knee injury leading to not being able to do much exercise until we get that sorted out. So we've just been focusing on food habits, food preparation, choosing better options when you're out and about. She was telling me today that now her daughters are getting on board with that. They're starting to eat her healthy snacks. They're starting to ask her what they should eat before going to footy practice. That's amazing. That's such an awesome thing to hear. And we were talking about this morning. I'm like, that's where it's at. Like, this is what I keep harping on about. You set the example. They will follow. People are like, wow, you've lost so much weight. You look so good. You seem so healthy. And even her daughters are like, yeah, okay, let's eat what mom's eating now. So it doesn't become this, I'm eating some things and the family eats other things. Over time, it becomes everybody just eats better and everyone feels better and performs better and enjoys life more. So saying yes to that process and including your kids is powerful. And one of the big issues I'm sure that we all get as parents is guilt around doing things for ourselves, taking time away from doing things with the family or for the family to do things that we see as selfish. Is it selfish to try and look after your health? Absolutely not. It's selfless. If you are not dependable, if people cannot trust that you're going to be able to help them when they need it because you are frail or out of shape or incapable of taking on life's challenges, if you are not dependable, people cannot depend on you. It's kind of in the word. Your family, your children, your community, the people that work with and under you at your job want to be able to depend on you. And when you become more dependable, more capable, and more competent, other people are going to see that and step up around you as well. It's not a selfish thing to develop those aspects of yourself. It is a selfless thing because it makes you more helpful to everybody around you. Sometimes you just need to put that care in and be that bit selfish so that you can be more selfless. You have to be dependable to be depended on. And that's just something I've been seeing a lot in my life lately and thinking about a lot, talking with clients about. It's just that effect of taking on this journey to better yourself for whatever reason. A lot of people just start on this path of looking after their health and their wellness because they don't like how they look in the mirror. They look in the mirror and they feel bad about themselves. And as that improves, as they see physical changes, they feel better. They see that there's a direct relationship between what work you put in and the results you get. And they might start it for those reasons, but it always ends up being more because it means not only are you taking charge of one aspect of your life, you're showing yourself you can take charge of an aspect of your life, which means you can apply that to other areas. You feel better. You perform better. You have more joy in life when you feel and perform and look better. And that carries on into our communities. That carries on into our families, into our workplace, to anyone that we interact with. So the challenge I'm setting forth for you today is if you haven't started on this journey, because of whatever reason, look at the people around you. Look at the people that you hang out with in your social group. Look at the people at your workplace. If you're, higher up the chain, look at the people around you and under you and be like, okay, look at your children and go, all right, how much do I want to be able to be there for them? How capable do I want to be so that I can be depended upon? And then the follow-up question is, how well do I want to set these people up for success? Because if I can show them how it's done, especially for children, they're going to mimic you. And those are habits that will carry on for the rest of their lives. So it's not all about you. It might start there. You have to look after you so you can look after others. But think about how well you want to set your community up, your family up, your children up for success in life. And then figure out how you're going to be that example. Because as humans, we learn through imitation. We watch people do things, we see what they get out of it, what we think they're getting out of it, and mimic the ones that have the benefit we want, have the result we want. So have a think about that. How well do you want to set your kids up? How dependable do you want to be? How much of an example or role model in your community and social circles do you want to be? And then take that first step. Maybe you need to focus on your food. Cool. Get the Eat Like an Adult guide. It's free. Set you up for success that way. Maybe it's getting in shape. Start just working on your physical strength and capacity. Awesome. Check out the beginner gym guide on my website. Also free. Either of those is going to get you set up and started on the right path. And then just build from there. Baby steps, little by little. So start that this week. And then let me know how you go. It's always good to hear from folks and see how your journeys are going. So if you got any thoughts, questions, concerns, hit me up either through the podcast channels or social media, Coach Josh Wood or Strong for Life Online Coaching. Let's have a conversation about how to get you moving. And that's it for today. Just some things to think about because those are things that I've been thinking about. All right. Catch you next week.